Speaking 26. Speaking 26, speaking 26, speaking 26. Aaron at speaking26.com. TOEFL IBT, speaking 26. Aaron at speaking26.com. Pharmacists, you have less than 1 month until registration for FPGEE opens. FPGE, yeah, the test is in October. But some of you know better than others that you have to submit your documents and application 2 months before October in order to give them enough time to process your paperwork. So August is when you need to have your TOEFL finished by. Registration opens, there's going to be a big rush of pharmacists submitting those documents in less than 1 month. Are you going to be part of that group that's ready as soon as FPGEE registration opens in 1 month? In less than 1 month? Are you going to represent yourself well as you try to network with other pharmacists and join small, focused study groups? Are you going to be somebody who is high quality enough and therefore attracts another high quality person to study with? Today's live stream is advice on delivery. Repeat after me. Scoring rubrics. Delivery. I want you to get 26 on speaking, and then I want you to tell people that I helped you to get 26 on speaking. So I want you to score higher on delivery. Pharmacists, especially those of you with at least some work experience, when you're in the pharmacy, do you ever have to speak in a way? Do you ever have to deliver in a way that gets the patient's attention? Do you ever have to deliver with more confidence to demand more of the patient's attention and respect? Do you ever have to speak in a way that lets the person know, that reminds the person that you are the healthcare provider, not them, not the patient? Can you think of an example like that? Or test takers who are parents, do you ever have to use your parent voice to get your kid to listen to you? These are examples of what TOEFL scoring rubrics call delivery. The way that you sound based off of the power and energy that you are using or not using. Score higher on TOEFL IBT speaking by choosing to use a power and energy that is stronger, that is more deserving, that immediately gets somebody's attention and respect more because of the power that you are using when you speak, because of how you sound, because of your delivery. When you give the questions, when you deliver your speaking answers, stop thinking that by sounding like a nice person, they're going to give you a higher score. I'm glad you are a nice person. I'm glad you are a polite, kind person. Good. The world needs more of you. But you need more TOEFL speaking points. So I'm here to tell you to sound more confident, to express more confidence, be firmer. Right now, I, Aaron, speaking 26, am speaking with a firmer delivery. I'm not trying to sound nice to you right now. I'm also not trying to sound mean to you right now, but I don't think that you're going to value this. I know it doesn't help you to score higher on TOEFL by me speaking in a fake, overly polite way. Instead, I'm giving you an example right now of the kind of frequency that you could deliver with to score higher. Firm. If somebody is sitting in the computer next to me right now, even if they're using a loud voice, they're going to have a hard time interrupting me because I'm speaking with so much certainty, with so much control over my own voice right now. I know that this is what scores well on delivery, so I'm choosing to use that energy. I'm choosing to use that speaking power, and you can too in the test center on your real test to score higher yourself. Okay. Here's a different way to think about it. Do you ever go into a store, any store, and instead of wandering around, wanting to peruse the aisles, seeing what catches your eye, instead of walking around without a rhyme or reason, do you ever walk into the store and head directly for the cashier? Or do you ever walk into a store and walk straight to find a salesperson, a person who works at the store and can help you to find something that you're looking for, or a person that works at the store who can answer your question about the product you might buy? Do you ever walk into a store and you go directly to go talk to somebody who works at the store? Have you ever had the experience of the person seeing you walking towards them and then that's when they have to look at their phone all of a sudden, or that's when they have to look at their watch. That's when they have to avoid eye contact with you because they can tell you're going to ask them to help you find something, or you're going to ask them a question that requires them to do more work. Instead of them getting to be lazy and just wanting the time to go by quicker so that they can go home, so that their work hour, their schedule, their shift ends, they're going to avoid eye contact with you. So their head goes down, and then they start walking away. They want to walk to the back room, or they want to walk to a different part of the building, a different part of the store, in order to avoid having to do more work with whatever you're going to ask them. Are you familiar with this at all? Has this ever happened to you? How do you prevent that person from going off, that worker from going off, disappearing into the back room or disappearing into the other aisle where you can no longer find them and ask them for help, can no longer ask them to spend more energy? In order to prevent that person from disappearing and not get the help I need, I will have to deliver, coming back to your 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking, scoring rubrics, delivery, in order to get that worker's attention, in order to prevent them from leaving, I will have to deliver in a way that demands their attention. For example, hi, excuse me, or good afternoon, or hi, do you work here? That is a moment that requires confidence in delivery, a strong delivery to ensure that person cannot make the excuse, I didn't hear you, I had my AirPods in. Everybody has worn AirPods and everybody knows you can still hear the outside world. It's just an excuse. Oh, I had my earpods in. I get to pretend like I'm not a part of humanity. I've worn AirPods before and I can still hear the outside world. So can you. So score high. Score higher on TOEFL IBT speaking. Get your 26 faster, and then tell your friends that I helped you to get your 26 faster by choosing to deliver in a way that demands more immediate respect, that demands more attention, that makes it harder for the person to just keep looking down on their phone, make a point to not look up so they could disappear and you don't get to ask them for help. This is very relevant to delivery. This is a third way I'm giving you an option in this live stream to look at delivery. The second way was if you're a parent, sometimes you have to use your parent voice in order to get your kids to do the thing you want them to do the thing that they should have done the first time that you said it, but they're humans and they were distracted by the phones you let them play on. So you have to use a voice that gets their attention. That's the same kind of delivery increase that will get TOEFL's attention to give you your 26 on speaking. The first example was being in a pharmacy and needing to remind the patient who's the patient and who's the healthcare provider, who's going to listen and who's in charge. There are 3 examples of ways that you could view delivery to make sure that you are scoring higher on delivery. Get your 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking. Aaron at speaking26.com. Best of luck to all test takers.